evening, everyone. So our topic for today is the varieties of English language.
Guys, bye.
Conveniente. So first is language and culture. Pag-usapan natin yung language and culture ng iba't ibang mga lenggwahe. So what's the name?
Rona.
What's that?
Who wants to listen? Languages and culture. English is the most widely spoken language in the world, having the distinct status of being the official language of multiple countries. While the English language is uniform with major variations in spelling present between American English and British English. The dialect or accent is usually the factor that enables one to distinguish the various types of English out there. From the thick Ugandan English to the French-themed Canadian English, the varieties of accents present are both diverse and beautiful. Apart from accents, there is a tendency for people to mix English with their local lingo to form a hybrid variety of English language that is as colorful as the culture in that country. Read on to find out more about the various types of English language that are present in countries around the world.
So, thank you naman. So, ayun. Language always carries meaning and differences beyond itself. The meaning of particular language represents the culture of particular social group. To interact with the language means to go with that culture. With its reference point, we could not understand a culture without giving direct access to each language because of their intimate knowledge. So pag nakikipag-usap tayo sa mga iba't ibang lingwahe, kunyari, kumbaga, yung pag nagsalita ka ng iba't ibang lingwahe sa ibang tao, aayusin mo siya, hindi siya, porket nagsalita ka sa English is,
Tama na yun.
oo, hindi siya, about sa accent, hindi siya about sa grammar, hindi about siya, sa spelling. Ano yan, ang tawag dito, yung pagsasalita mo, kailangan ayusin mo. Kasi yung ibang word, yung pagkakaintindi nila, mali.
Yes.
So, yun. Diba? At parang pag magsasalita tayo, ayusin lang natin. Hindi siya about sa grammar lang.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, next is, punta na tayo sa British English. Who wants to read po? Ma'am Shona.
British English. British English is British English. Is the English?
Sasaluhin niya. It's the English language as is spoken and written in the United Kingdom or more broadly throughout the British Isles. Next, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. British English is the English language as is spoken and written in the United Kingdom or more broadly throughout the British Isles. A slight regional variation exists in formal written English in the United Kingdom. English is a major language that originates.
So, ayun, British language. Most people of Britain speak with a regional accent or dialect. However, about 2% of Britons speak with an correct accent called pronunciation. So, example natin dyan is sa British. Sa British, pag sinasabi nilang sa British, ang tawag dito ay go on holidays or falls. Pagdating naman sa Americans, go on vacation, ganun.
Yung pagkakaiba nila.
Oo. Next is American English. So, American English, sometimes called United States English or USA, US English. It is the set of varieties of English language native to the United States and widely adopted in Canada. English is the most widely spoken language in the United States and it is the common language used by the federal government, considered the factor language of the country. Because of its spread use, English has been given official status by 32 of the 50 state government. So, American English is the dialect of English language, used mostly in the United States of America. It is stated that approximately two-thirds are native speakers of English in the United States. The main difference between British English and American English, it is a pronunciation. Some words are also different in each variety of English, and there are also few differences in way they use grammar. So, next is the Australian English. It is a medium variety of the English language, used also Australia. English has no official status in the Constitution. Australia English is the country national and de facto official language, as it is the first language of the majority of population. Australia English began to diverge from British English after the founding in the colony of New South Wales in 1788 and was recognized as being different from British English by 1820. It arose from a tentative of early settlers from a great variety of mutuality and intelligible dialect region of the British Isles and quickly developed into distinct variety in English. So, the majority of Australians speak English as a first of other language. However, it is a significant number of people also speak language other than English. About 76% of Australians reported speaking only English at home. The most common verbal greeting, it is a simple hey, hello, or hi. Some people may see Australian slang and say GD and JD. However, it is less common in cities. Many Australians greet by saying, hey, you. Sabi lang, hey, how are you? So, next is Canadian English. Canadian English is the set of varieties of English language native to Canada. According to the 2011 census, English was the first language of approximately 19 million Canadians, 57% of the population. The remainder of population were native speaker Canadian, French 22%, or the other language. So, Canadian English. It is the variety of English used in Canada. More than 25 million Canadians, 85% of the population, have some knowledge of English. Spelling can be described as a mixture of American English. Canadians prefer to use double constants, while Americans use their constant single. For example, Canadians will turn travel into traveled. But American will use travel instead. So next is Indian English. English language public instruction began in India in the 1830s during the rule of East India Company, linguistically diverse region of the world. In 1835, English replaced Persian as the official language of the company. Lord Macaulay played as a major role in introducing English and Western concept to education in India. It supported the replacement and creation by English as the official language. The use of English as the medium of instruction in a school and the training of English-speaking Indian as a teacher. So Indian speech or writing in English that show the influence of the language and culture of India, also called English in India. However, Indians speak British English and there are many differences between British English and American English. Therefore, if you are not familiar with correct words, there may be some confused when communicating. Sometimes the spelling of the words may be the same, but they are pronounced differently. So, Philippine English. Philippine English is any variety of English, similar and related to American English. Native to the Philippines, including those used by the media and the vast majority of the people. Educated Filipinos. English is taught in school as one of the two official language of country, the other being Filipino or Tagalog. So sa Philippine English, yung mga salita na dyan is Tagalog, English, kahit ano na dyan na natin na salita. Any variety of English native in the Philippines, including those used by the media and the vast majority of educated Filipinos in English learner in the Philippines from adjacent Asia countries. Last is Ugandan English or Aglish. Pronounce your Yuglish. It is the dialect of English spoken in the Uganda, as with similar dialects spoken. Ugandan English has developed a strong local flavor. The speech pattern of Ugandan language from influence spoken English. Ugandan has a large variety of indigenous languages, and some familiar with Uganda can rigidly identify the native language of person speaking English. Ugandan speaker will alter foreign words to make them sound more euphonic. So Uganda, the official language in Uganda is English, but visitors to this African country soon recognize that English spoken here is different from British or American English. Some other greetings depending on day or night, as you leave or come, hi or ki. It is pronounced chi. How are you? Dili. The answer is I am okay. The J here is pronounced lika. So, yan lang.